Is it all about the whole, as they call it, the coming out process that you're getting at?
We thought it was going to be, that's how we initially approached it. It was coming out stories, but that just really didn't give us the depth and the breadth of what we wanted to talk about. This social phenomenon whereby gay and lesbian and transgender people are, persecuted still. It's ongoing. We think we're very liberal here on the East End of Long Island. I think I am, but how comfortable am I when I'm interacting with someone who's transgender? A man dressed as a woman dressed as a man, or transitioning to the other sex. It's disconcerting, and I welcome the opportunity to come to view that as normal, as acceptable, on every level.
Do you see you're going to face challenges with this, perhaps?
We are expecting to be sort of challenged because we are, neither Stacy nor I am gay, are lesbians, but it hasn't happened yet, which is really heartening, and yeah.
And are people really willing to share their stories and openly?
They're very willing. Once they agree to the interview, they may be a little standoffish, but once they really get to know Tony and I just a little bit in person, we've not had any experience where they didn't hold back at all, really.
And one of the things that we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing a reading of the play, of the initial script for the interviewees, so they can hear it and see what we're doing. And also, Chris is putting together an advisory panel of members from the GLBT community to listen to a reading initially, and sort of just, sort of to keep...
Just to get the honest feedback.
How many have you interviewed so far?
I think we're right around 30.
That's quite a number. And focusing on the East End, right?
We are right
for
now. We are going to continue interviewing even when we think we've arrived at that sort of final script for this production. We are going to continue interviewing and videotaping the interviews toward a documentary film, and also toward the development of a more universal view or play.
So you hope to actually make this whole process of doing the interviews and developing this play a documentary in and of itself.
Yes, and we're going to be touring with the play over the winter, and hopefully by the spring we're going to continue the interviews also throughout the winter. And by the spring we'll have something, the play will have evolved, hopefully by then, to something that will cover something larger geographically.
And this will be done a la Vagina Monologues, or you have different actors
Similar.
or community people actually reading these monologues?
No. Similar, but with... obviously, Tony can't talk and use the video camera at the same time.
That's right.
So
we have a cast of 6 actors, and they play a variety of roles. We've not yet cast the production, but we hope to be using people who have past theater experience rather than people from the community, because they will be playing so many different roles. And unlike Vagina Monologues, where you get a monologue of maybe 2 or 3 pages, really we've kept it in short bursts. And there are some group pieces where everybody has a couple lines, but primarily it's those really very short, hard-hitting monologues.
And there's a lot more interaction between the actors. It's more theatrical. It's.
Were you surprised? Have you been surprised at a lot of what you heard in the stories that you've heard so far?
Well, I'm learning a lot. Yeah. I growing up with my brother and with and many friends, you think, obviously you can't, but I'm learning a lot. And I'm meeting some really great people. I'm having a ball.
Now, how can people, as they listen to us, if they want to be interviewed, are you still looking for people to be interviewed?
Absolutely. You can go to our website, dermontandmunna.com. There's a link there to our email, and just get in touch with us. We'd love to hear good, bad stories. Well, obviously, we prefer to hear good stories, but
right. And there have been, right?
Oh yeah,
many.
We have a really great wedding story. We have a really difficult one. We have a great adoption story and a difficult adoption story. So,
do you feel that, in a sense, I mean, without putting the words in your mouths, but that sort of the time has come for something like this in a way?
I think so. Yeah.
And why? I mean, why is it? It's still amazing to me that this is still so relevant.
Exactly.
You know,
Exactly.
yeah, that it
Why
has to
is
be.
that?
Yeah,
it's ridiculous that gay and lesbian people don't have the basic civil rights that everyone else does. How is that possible in 2007 in the United States of America? But if you look at gay history in this country, you see that in the early 1970s, even through the late 1970s, great strides were being made. They were just about to allow people to be openly gay in the military. And once you knock down that domino, then everybody has to be more inclusive in this country. But what happened was Reagan and AIDS. And they just shot the legs out from the gay movement, from the civil rights movement for gay people. And God forbid something like that should happen again. I mean, it seems impossible, and yet in the 1960s and early 70s, some gay rights activists used to say, I wish all gay people turned purple. Because then everybody in the world would see how many gay people there are, your mailman, your teacher, etc. Well, when AIDS came, it was kind of like that wish came true, and be careful what you wish for, because, you know, there are like 9 churches just on the east end of Long Island looking for organists, and they've been looking for organists for years. You know, all of those dance teachers in the South, wiped out, gone. So these horrific, unpredictable things can happen, and in a sense, we want to guard against that in terms of civil rights, get legalized marriage and all those other things that they so deserve, because, people of color and women gained those rights through the courts, and that just didn't work for the gay movement. It just didn't happen. So we're in the court of popular opinion, and we're sticking it to them.
Oh, so you're going to obviously take a political point of view with this play.
Yes.
I don't know. Are basic civil rights, is that really political?
Well, no. I mean, actually...
when you mention Reagan and
right.
there may be somebody listening who might disagree with that, but, yeah.
Well, Stacy and I think it's pretty clear how we feel. We kind of want to use, as Stacy said, it's an old notion of using theater as a political statement or a social statement. So this is something we both feel very strongly about, and theater is something that we feel very strongly about.
And theater has a power, that's for sure.
It does.
Yep.
Transformative. All the information for our shows are on our website, dermontandmana.com.
Thank you, Tony.
Thank you,
videographer extraordinaire. It is interesting how it does sort of interfere with the radio thing.
It does, especially when I can't put it on myself.
Stacy looks on, saying, "Okay."
Stacy hates the camera.
Stacy Dermont, video killed the radio star, right? And Tony Munna from Dermont Munna Productions, the River Theater Company, and getting started with Homofiles, which will be performed in October. We'll get updates on them closer to the time. But go online, dermontandmunna.com, and you're online at WLIU.org and in the morning.